Speaking over the weekend on his self-titled GB News show, Mark Dolan launched a scathing attack on the BBC, concluding the broadcaster needs to take a pay cut and start living in the real world. It came as the journalist slammed the replacement of Ken Bruce among other recent events at the corporation. After listing off a string of recent activity by the BBC, which included sending voluntary redundancy letters to its highest-paid stars, Mark argued why the company should be granted less income. "I'm not sure this story is all it's cracked up to be," he announced. Hugh Edwards has sought to KO the story, tweeting a photo taken with his lovely mother, stressing that these redundancy notices are a standard HR exercise, one of many sent over the years. Ironic that this pugnacious man of the people should be photographed with a glass of champagne in his hand. Old habits die hard for the media elite. "I do like the BBC, but I hate its funding model and I hate its profligacy and waste," Mark commented. Comparing it to his own employer, he continued, "It's a joke that a channel like GB News manages to turn out hundreds of hours every week of live broadcasting, both radio and TV, on a budget of about 11p a day whilst the BB complains about its income, which currently stands at over £5.2 billion a year. Look at the money swatting around BBC Radio, whilst somebody like Joe Rogan, the podcaster, enjoys a global audience of 11 million, that's 11 million people a week, for a program recorded in his garage at home. But the BB can't put out a radio show without a battalion of producers. And it's not just the overstaffed shows or the wildly overpaid talent, it's the army of pin pushers and Armani-suited middle managers with school fees and skiing holidays to pay for that are part of this extraordinary, state-funded gravy train." The BBC has a great legacy. It's a globally recognized news brand with a jaw-dropping catalogue of classic comedy, documentaries, films, and drama. And notwithstanding the woke, finger-wagging storylines of shows like EastEnders and Doctor Who, the clear anti-Brexit bias, the endless Britain bashing and the one-note pro-lockdown pandemic coverage, the organisation is still responsible for thousands of hours of great work online, on the radio and on TV. Concluding his argument, Mark suggested the channel take a cut to its funding. "But they could do it at a fraction of the cost and now they must," he remarked. He continued, "It's time the BBC took a pay cut and started living in the real world just like the rest of us. The BBC is becoming the weakest link and is paying far too much money to pointless celebrities." Mark Dolan Tonight airs Fridays to Sundays from 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. on GB News.